If you're thinking about studying Japanese in Japan, this video will save you months of confusion and also a lot of stress. Kia ora, konnichiwa, hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Penny and I'm a Japanese language student living in Japan. I'm 50 plus, well I'm a little bit older than 50 plus, but we don't need to worry about that. And today I want to tell you how I exactly got to Japan. The step-by-step process of first of all looking for a language school, what they wanted, what forms needed to be done, how much money I needed to save, and just the full process. I didn't pick a school because of Instagram, and I definitely didn't arrive here with anything magically sorted. So if you want the real process, the good, the annoying, and why didn't anyone tell me this, stay to the end. So this is where everyone starts, Google. I literally typed in things like Japanese language schools, Japan, Japanese language school reviews. Now that's quite important because sometimes reading a review, it's not what you read, it's what you don't. And yes, reviews matter. Not the perfect 5-star reviews, it's the 3 to 4-star reviews is where the truth is. So you're looking for complaints about admin delays, comments about teaching speed, class size, age mix, and support for beginners. If everything sounds like a marketing review, be suspicious. So you've got two main paths. Option 1, apply directly to the school. Option 2 is use an agency, free but not neutral. So agencies don't charge you. They only work with partner schools. That means they're very helpful but not fully independent. But they do have a range of schools in different areas. They're great if you're overwhelmed, it's your first time, and you want a bit of hand holding. But you should still research the school yourself. Once it's narrowed down, you send an inquiry. It's not a casual hi. You need to say clearly your nationality, your age, when you want to start, how long you want to study for, your Japanese level, and make sure you're honest. They'll reply with available intakes, tuition fees, visa eligibility, and next steps. This is before you're accepted. This is where a lot of people panic, but honestly, it's just admin. You'll be asked for core documents like copy of your passport, passport photos, CV and personal history, highest qualification being a degree or diploma or school certificate. Financial proof is important. Immigration wants to see that you can support yourself while you're studying and you don't have to rely on part-time work. Now, depending on the area where you go, you really do need 2 to 3 million yen per year. Now, that's not living luxuriously. Or you need a sponsor, which could be your parents, but in my case, it was myself. So I had to prove that. This must be in bank statement form, not screenshots. Now, the 150-hour Japanese study rule is a new rule that they put in place last year. To get a student visa, you now need 150 hours of Japanese study or proof of passing the JLPT N5 exam. Accepted proof includes language school certificates, university Japanese papers, recognised online courses. No proof, now no visa. So the certificate of eligibility is the final stage, and that is usually after you are accepted to the language school. So you'll be accepted subject to receiving a certificate of eligibility. So once your documents are approved, The school applies for your visa, not you. This is submitted to Japanese immigration. The timeline is between 6 and 10 weeks, sometimes longer during peak times, April and October. You cannot rush this. It is something you just have to wait for. So the visa is attached to the school. So please ensure that you are choosing the correct school that you want to go to for the duration of your time. Transferring schools is extremely hard and it is frowned upon. Once the Certificate of Eligibility is issued, the COE, the school sends it to you and you take it to the Japanese embassy or consulate in your country. From New Zealand, particularly, is usually straightforward. It's between 1 to 2 weeks. Now you're officially accepted. Congratulations. So, accommodation. Schools vary a lot. Some offer student dorms, homestays, and short-term apartments. Others give you a list of real estate agents and say, good luck. Ask clearly, do you help find accommodation? Is it long-term or short-term? And what are the costs? Japanese rentals are not cheap up front. There is a deposit, a lot of times key money, and agency fee. Now, key money is like a thank you. So in New Zealand, we used to have a finder's fee, but I think that has been stopped. And that was you gave money to the real estate agent once they found your accommodation. And it was like the fee they charged. But here, you give key money to the actual owner of the apartment. If you want easy, then there's student housing. If you want freedom, then there's private rental. If you're here for a short time, maybe a homestay could be a viable option for you. So once you arrive in Japan, at the airport you'll get a residence card, and they do it there on the spot, a visa stamped. Some schools can pick you up from the airport and some don't. Always double check. And also check your passport expiry date. Make sure it's valid for a good 2 to 3 years upon entry to Japan. Most countries won't let you travel to the country if you only have 6 months left on your passport before it expires. Also, if you're thinking of working part-time, there is a form that you fill out and you give it to the immigration officer, and then they can stamp your residence card saying that you can work part-time. Now, that is the easiest option to do, but some schools don't like that, so you might have to wait until you've been at school for a term or two before you can apply for part-time work. The next step, within the first 2 weeks of arriving in Japan, you need to go to the ward office to sort out insurance and pension. You must register your address, enroll in the national health insurance, and yes, you do have to pay, but it is cheap compared to overseas insurance. I think by memory I paid around 24,000 yen for the year. So the pension, you'll get registered for the pension. You can apply for an exemption, and the school should explain that during orientation. Now at the pension office, usually there are some people that can speak a little bit of English, but not too much. But the process is pretty straightforward. You go into the ward office and you usually fill out some forms, and then you get a number, and that number kind of stays with you, and you just go from like desk to desk depending on what you're doing. So you'll first of all you'll register your address, and then you go to another desk and you register for your health insurance, and then you go to another desk and you register for your pension, and that's where you give a form to say that you want an exemption. So that was just the delivery guy delivering my suitcases, because I did come back from Tokyo yesterday, and I didn't want to carry my suitcases, so of course I used the suitcase transport company. Anyway, right, so where were we? Now, the school orientation is pretty important. You know, you might want to take some notes there, but they do give you an information pack. But sometimes it's the words that you must listen to and take heed. So you'll learn about the school rules, the attendance requirements, visa conditions, and behaviour expectations. Missed class equals visa problems. This is not optional. Most classes are pretty fast, and Japanese only from day one, so all classes will be fully in Japanese. When they first start off, they do speak a lot slower and they are a lot more descriptive in their hand movements. You'll feel stupid sometimes. Admin can be slow. Japan is safe but lonely at first. And look, if you think it's a holiday, it's not. It's hard slog. Now, I wasn't sure if I was expecting to study so hard, I must admit. I came thinking, oh, I'll just learn Japanese and it will be just easy. And I have really found that it is not easy and it's very hard and it's very, very challenging for me. But, you know, it's real life. It's a challenge. I wanted to put myself outside the box. I wanted to experience new things and really test myself and see, can I actually cope under pressure? And so far, you know, it has been ups and downs. You know that if you've seen some of my other videos, but, you know, I'm still here and I have been learning slowly. If this has helped you in any way, stay with me. I'm not here to sell a dream. I'm here to tell you what actually happens as a 50-plus-year-old mature student. You know, we do have other mature students in the class. They're struggling too. And we get together over coffee and we just talk about our struggles and talk about our dreams and really what we want out of coming to Japan. And everybody's story is different of why they came here, how they came here, and what they really want out of it. You meet a lot of great people and you can make some lifelong friends. If you've got any questions, please put them down in the comments and I can either answer them there or make another video if you've got any other questions. Subscribe if you want to. Follow my journey. You know, sometimes it's a bit dry, sometimes it's a bit funny, but, you know, I'm telling you how it is and how I am getting on. You know, these are all my own experiences, how I did it. Everyone's different. So if you don't agree, just take it with a pinch of salt. In my other videos, I have spoken about my apartment in Japan and how much I pay for that and how much my monthly bills are. So check that out. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it informative. If you did, hit that like button. You can do the hype if you can hype it. And subscribe if you want to follow my journey. So until next time, ja mata. See ya!